Imagine reaching a point where one rude comment, one delayed reply, one bad day, or one person's opinion no longer controls your peace. That is not weakness. That is Stoicism. Epictetus taught that the world can touch your body, your money, your reputation, and your plans, but it cannot touch your mind unless you hand over the key. Most people live like their emotions are remote controlled by everyone around them. A stranger is cold and their whole day collapses. A boss criticizes them and they question their worth. Someone leaves and they feel empty. But the Stoic path begins with one powerful truth. You are not disturbed by events, but by the meaning you give to them. The first principle is simple. Control what is yours, release what is not. You cannot control the economy, the weather in London, the traffic in Paris, or whether someone respects you. But you can control your response, your discipline, your values, and your next action. That is where your freedom begins. The second principle is to stop begging life to be easy. A strong mind is not built in comfort. It is built when plans fail, when people disappoint you, when life says no and you still choose dignity. Do not ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this training in me? The third principle is to never let praise or criticism become your master. If you live for applause, you will die from silence. If you fear judgment, you will become a prisoner of people who do not even understand themselves. Let your character be your compass, not public opinion. The fourth principle is to pause before reacting. Between stimulus and response, there is a small space. In that space, your future is created. One angry message can destroy trust. One impulsive decision can damage years of progress. Breathe first. Think second. Act last. The fifth principle is to expect human behavior. People will lie. People will misunderstand you. People will be selfish, distracted, jealous, or unfair. This should not shock you. Epictetus would remind us that we suffer less when we stop expecting flawed people to behave perfectly. See clearly but do not become bitter. The sixth principle is to make discomfort your teacher. Wake up earlier. Do the task you avoid. Walk in the cold. Train your body. Speak the truth. Choose the harder right over the easier wrong. A soft life creates a fragile mind, but voluntary discipline makes you unshakable. The seventh principle is to remember that time is your real wealth. Not money. Not status. Not followers. Every day people trade their lives for distractions, arguments, scrolling, and worry. Then they say they do not have time. You do have time. You are just spending it carelessly. Guard your attention like gold. The eighth principle is to detach from outcomes. Work hard, prepare well, show up fully, but do not attach your peace to the result. You can plant the seed, water the soil, and protect the field, but you cannot force the harvest. Do your part with excellence, then let reality breathe. The ninth principle is to choose your inner circle wisely. The people around you slowly become the weather of your mind. If they are cynical, chaotic, lazy, or addicted to drama, your peace will constantly be under attack. Choose people who challenge your weakness, respect your growth, and make silence feel safe. The 10th principle is to remember death, not as fear but as focus. One day the things that stress you today will disappear. The emails, the insults, the jealousy, the pressure to prove yourself, all of it will fade. So ask yourself, is this worth my soul? Is this worth losing my peace? Is this worth becoming someone I do not respect? Stoicism is not about feeling nothing. It is about not being owned by everything. You will still feel pain, loss, anger, and fear, but you will no longer kneel before them. The world may become louder, faster, and more uncertain, but your mind can become quieter, steadier, and free. Today, choose one thing you will no longer allow to affect you. Not because it is small, but because your peace is bigger.